Let's bring in on this Congressman Kevin Kiley, who's a Republican from the state of California, chairs the subcommittee on early childhood, elementary and secondary education. Let me ask you about that. Maybe a quick word first on the economy and what you expect here in this spending bill, and maybe any thoughts about what we just heard from the president.
Well, that's a lot, but I think there's a newfound sense of economic optimism in America, and I think that our role in Congress is going to be key in moving forward to support access to American energy, certainly extending the tax cuts and lowering taxes, rolling back regulations, and controlling spending, because that's what led to this inflation crisis in the first place.
So can I stop you on optimism for a second? Just because, as you know, if anything, there's been worry and skepticism in financial markets. Now, I know that doesn't necessarily represent the broader or real economy in this country, but I do find it interesting you use the word optimism. What specifically and why did you use that term? Well, a lot of people are, I think, nervous this week about the economy.
I mean, even if you look at the stock market since the election, I think it reflects that. There is a sense of uncertainty right now around some of these recent proposals, and that's not a good thing. But the president to have that uncertainty, but clearly the president, it's part of his negotiating strategy, and so that's his prerogative to employ that strategy as he sees fit. And I think it'll ultimately lead to a good place. And I think that across the board, it will take some time until we get these changes in the law when it comes to domestic energy production, when it comes to rolling back regulations and everything else. And I think that's really going to unleash a new era of prosperity in this country. I think that's where it comes from.
Okay. Your thoughts on this vote? How do you feel about the vote?
I think that, we'll see how it goes. I think it'll probably get through, but we're operating on extremely slender margins right now in the House. I do think that we got to keep the government open. That's our first responsibility.
Okay, so we'll see. We're going to watch it in real time, see the House floor right now, and we'll see. Again, can't really lose much, maybe only one, depending on how many Democrats show up, I suppose, as always, in terms of the congressional math. School choice is something, obviously, that's close to your heart. You talked about the hearing earlier. Let me do this. Let me get the chance to articulate your position, I guess, by responding to the other side in some ways. The argument was made by a Democrat, and Suzanne Bonamici from Oregon today on vouchers, the opposite argument, I suppose, than the one you'll just make. So let me play that, and then let's have a discussion about vouchers, which is something the president thinks is important. Listen.
Sure.
In the district I represent, I have urban areas, but I have a lot of rural school districts where the public school is the heart of the community, and the only option is a public school. So in those rural school districts, I know what kind of reaction I would get if I told them that part of their public school funding was cut. But here's a voucher so your student can go to another school. There is no other school.
So that essentially is the counter argument, and has been for years, Congressman, to vouchers. What did you put forward at the hearing today, and how would you counter that particular argument?
Well, no, that's precisely why families need to have choices. She's saying that if there's one school, and if it's not a good school, well, sorry, you're out of luck. Whereas we had a witness from Arizona who represents families who have access to education savings accounts, and she said that in that scenario, look, what the family could do is they could reach out to a private tutor, they could join a sort of online community, they could take advantage of they could homeschool, of any number of resources that are available to augment their child's education. And that's the beauty of school choice, is that you can find the option that's right for your family, that's right for your child. But what was really stunning in today's hearing is the Democrats brought in a witness who just railed against school choice for the entire hearing. But then it was revealed that she actually is the product of a private school that costs tens of thousands of dollars in tuition. And it reminds me of the likes of Gavin Newsom, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, these politicians who use their power to deny options to families when they send their own kids to private schools. Even during the COVID shutdowns in California, as California had the longest school shutdown in the entire country, Gavin Newsom sent his kids to in-person private school. And so you should look at the choices that these politicians are actually making as opposed to the sort of arguments they're making in the public arena.
Okay, Congressman, thank you. Congressman Kevin Kiley from California. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.